A Tehama desktop is an instance of a desktop template defined in a Tehama Room. A template describes the configuration of the desktop instances generated from it. A user in the room is assigned to one of the room's templates, and a desktop instance is generated from the template for the user. The user can then connect to their desktop instance to perform work. A room can have multiple Tehama desktop templates defined, and multiple users can be assigned to each template. All work performed using a Tehama desktop can be recorded for audit purposes. To access a desktop, you first need to install the Tehama client. Then, you simply click to run the desktop from the Tehama web portal, and the client automatically opens and displays your dedicated desktop. Often, the desktop instances in your rooms will need to be configured with applications and resources to provide your users with the tools they need to complete their daily tasks. Supporting this level of customization on every desktop instance is tedious and time-consuming. A custom image of a desktop instance can be used to create new desktop templates with the same configuration and installed applications as that initial desktop instance, saving time and resources. Tehama's custom image functionality allows you to install and configure applications in a single base desktop instance of a given desktop type to suit your users' needs. Initiate the creation of an image that becomes your custom image from that base desktop instance. And create many other desktop templates of that same desktop type using that custom image. They will all have the same configuration as the base desktop instance. Tehama members can have different roles and are assigned at least one room and desktop. Tehama lets you group your members into teams. This can be useful in the room interface, which allows you to add an entire team of members to a room in a single action. A Tehama Room includes several tools and services built into the platform. Firewall rules, a set of rules that constrain access to the connected network and the Internet. DNS filtering, an optional layer of access control to the connected network and the Internet on top of the firewall rules that takes the form of a list of allowed domains. This is only available in multipath rooms. Secrets Vault, secure storage of access credentials for assets in the connected network. File Vault, a secure transfer mechanism for files between the user's local environment and the connected network. App Vault, a way to securely transfer application installation files to the room's desktops. Desktops, both Windows and Linux virtual machines used by members to interact with the connected network. Rooms contain desktop templates from which desktop instances are generated. There can be as many as 500 desktop instances in a room. Each desktop instance runs the Tehama Workspace Agent application, which provides access to tools and services in the room. A room member connects to a desktop instance to run a desktop session. There can be a maximum of 75 concurrent desktop sessions per room when the Recordings Room feature is enabled, and up to 200 concurrent desktop sessions when the Recordings Room feature is disabled. Audit, a set of audit tools including live desktop session viewing, desktop session recording, an activity stream of events occurring in the room, and reports. A Tehama Room provides an isolated set of tools and services so that you can collaborate securely. Organizations work together using a shared room with access governed by policies. A room is connected to a private or public network. Custom rules are firewall exceptions added and removed explicitly by the user through the Firewall Rules custom interface. Custom rules are not typically associated with a particular room asset. Such rules should be added as an inferred rule. The rules can be managed from the Custom Firewall Rules interface in the Tehama Web UI, and viewed from the Custom Firewall Rules interface in both the Tehama Web UI and the desktop agent running in a desktop session. All users of the Tehama Room will have to accept the policy assigned to their organization before accessing the room. If the policy is changed or a new policy is assigned for the organization, they will again be asked to accept the policy. A policy has two components. Terms of use, which is a statement that users must agree to before proceeding, and conditions of access. The App Vault feature allows organizations to provision the desktops in their Tehama rooms with applications in cases where the room restricts access to the Internet. Each room in Tehama has its own App Vault. The App Vault provides a way to transfer application installation files to the room's desktops securely. The Secrets Vault for each room provides secure storage of access credentials, secrets, and associated firewall rules for room assets. Tehama's custom image functionality allows you to install and configure applications in a single base desktop instance of a given desktop type to suit your user's needs. Initiate the creation of an image that becomes your custom image from that base desktop instance, and create many other desktop templates of the same desktop type using that custom image. They will all have the same configuration as the base desktop instance. Tehama provides some default desktop images. A reporting system exists for desktops, rooms, sessions, Tehama compute unit usage, organizations, users, workspaces, and desktop sessions. Organization and room activity is stored as events known as the activity stream. The activity stream can be viewed and filtered using the Tehama web UI and also exported as a report.